talking to the mother, 2 daughters in the drive-thru that were terrorized this afternoon by a guy on 3 years deferred adjudication for armed robbery. And people want to know why we have a problem with her 15-year-old daughters and a gun pointed in her face.
Houston's police chief fired up after he says an armed gunman carjacked several people, leading officers on a chase before hiding inside a packed Burger King.
A popular spa closes without warning, leaving many with gift cards empty-handed.
And a Little League game gets out of control with parents fist fighting on the infield.
Good evening. One man is in jail, another in the hospital after a wild crime spree in Southwest Houston.
We're talking multiple carjackings, armed robberies, a high-speed chase, and it all ended when police shot one of the suspects. And this just in, witness video of that shooting. And tonight, the chief is furious. That suspect was even allowed to be on the streets.
Larry Siebert in Southwest Houston tonight, where several people, as you saw, terrorized at a Burger King. Larry?
Len, no witnesses got hurt, and the only shots fired came from undercover officers, at least at the end of this exchange. And according to their boss, he is most disgusted and says the biggest whopper here is the role prosecutors and judges had. She caught this takedown on Snapchat, a witness certain she was a goner moments before.
It was scary, I thought he was gonna shoot at us, everyone inside there.
Mid-afternoon, 10 to 15 people at this Burger King saw a man outside running, yelling, and threatening drivers.
When he was jacking the cars, was like, get out your car. When I seen a gun, I didn't know what to do, so I froze, and my friend was like, come inside.
Brittany Robledo led several into the kitchen, including a mother and her 2 15-year-old daughters carjacked at this drive-thru.
They were running away from him. I had to do something about it.
Seconds later,
We heard gunshots, and then he started coming after us.
feeling hunted, witnesses hid, some ducked in a locked office until Houston police closed in.
We heard gunshots, and we seen a guy on the ground, and he was shot, and he was down.
Investigators say the guy shot and a partner carjacked someone around sunrise, crashed during an afternoon chase with police on Bissonnette. The partner survived. The other guy ran for it until officers cornered and shot him, trying to get away behind this restaurant.
I feel like this stuff needs to stop. They need to do something about this.
Chief Art Acevedo says the guy arrested has priors, including an armed robbery conviction. But instead of jail, he got 3 years deferred adjudication.
We have the judges and sometimes the prosecutor's office thinking it's okay to give deferred adjudication to armed robbers. I don't know about you, but I live in Harris County. I don't know about you, but I live in Houston. And I don't know about you, I care about the people that we serve.
We do not have the name of the man arrested here or shot here, but the chief says he will face likely significant more jail time, Mia.
An ordeal today. Larry Seward, thank you. And we're learning more about another shooting and police chase that landed this man behind bars in Fort Bend County. The sheriff tells us the suspect shot a man during a carjacking on West Airport at the Grand Parkway. Luckily, the victim was only grazed by the bullet. Deputies chased after the suspect in a stolen car until he crashed and made a run for it. Deputies caught up to him as he tried to carjack someone at a gas station.
Boy, what a day. Well, the man charged with killing 11-year-old Josue Flores now being held on $500,000 bail. And a bizarre moment in court today when Andre Jackson made this claim.
I'm Grace Jones' son, Fox.
All right, no one quite sure exactly what it means by that, but we do know Jackson has been ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation. He was first arrested for this murder in 2016, but charges were dropped due to a lack of evidence. Then on Monday, prosecutors said new technology found DNA linking Jackson to the crime, and he was picked up again. Jackson's family members were in court today. They declined to comment.
Thousands of dollars in gift cards may now be worthless at a popular spa in Cinco Ranch. They suddenly closed their doors, leaving customers shocked and out of luck. Levi Ismail is there for us tonight. Levi, do we know why they closed?
Now, we're working to find out more as to why these doors are permanently closed. But what we do know is that as late as this past Saturday, people were still making appointments. In one complaint to the Better Business Bureau, one woman says she made her appointment for Tuesday. When she finally showed up, she found no one.
The blinds closed, the doors locked, and from the outside looking in, we see an empty shell of a building. We all know businesses close every day, but at the spa at Cinco Ranch, this was about as unexpected as it gets. What's left behind is this note.
I don't know what the situation is other than it says thank you for your support for the last 17 years. It's kind of a middle finger to his loyal customers.
That $238 gift card in Lori Cardone's hands, now possibly worthless.
That was another one.
Terry Theo got these cards for Christmas.
$100, $300.
$475 gone.
First thought was, are they going to honor gift certificates?
But since this was basically a cash transaction, we're out of money unless they give us a refund, is what we've been told.
There really is no guarantee in this type of situation.
That's Leah Napoliello of the Better Business Bureau. She says, unfortunately, this happens a lot. First things first.
Go to the location, see if they have a notice on their door, try to call, email them, and try to get a refund if you purchase a gift card from the owner directly.
There was this address left behind for questions, but that's about it.
Frustrating?
Wow, very frustrating.
If you purchase the gift card with your credit card company, you could potentially go back to your credit card company and dispute the charges with them.
The next best thing would be filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. We found complaints in 2011 and one just yesterday. Complaints that should follow the owner no matter where they go next.
Now, we did contact this phone number here that's on the window, and we really didn't get much of a reply. Now, we do have a number of spas in the area that have offered their services for anyone who got stuck with a gift card. We have that information on our website at KHOU.com. Reporting live, Levi Ismail, KHOU 11 News.
It's a heartbreaking number to think about. 40 children have drowned in Texas this year, with nearly a dozen happening in our area. And summer hasn't even officially begun yet. The best way to protect your children is to get them swim lessons as soon as possible. One of those lessons is called Survival Swim. It teaches babies as young as 6 months old to learn to flip onto their backs in the water and float, allowing them to save themselves until help arrives. The parents of a 3-year-old boy who drowned started a nonprofit in honor of their son to help other parents afford those kinds of pricey lessons.
I think I get my strength from seeing these kids going from not knowing what to do in the water to being able to be fully capable of saving themselves.
Right now, the Judah Brown Project is offering scholarships to help at least 40 families learn survival swim. Head to our website, KHOU.com, for the link to apply. You'll also find information about other free or affordable swim lessons around the Houston area.
Good advice as people flock to the pool for relief during this mini heat wave.
Dave is here to talk about that and how hot it's going to feel tomorrow. Dave?
Well, we find ourselves tonight in the middle of a mini heat wave, we'll call it. Tomorrow's going to be the hottest day of the bunch. We'll go to 98, but the feels like heat index temp's going to be 105 or above. So use all your hot weather smarts, water, take breaks, check on each other. You may have noticed there's another player in this hot weather. The skies have been a little hazy. That's because at this moment, a giant plume of Saharan dust is lifting off the west coast of Africa, covering up the entire Atlantic Ocean. And that dust, some of it, has already arrived here. Now, this layer of air is at about 10,000 feet. It's dry, it's warm, and it's sinking. And as that layer slowly sinks over the Atlantic Ocean, it suppresses tropical storm and hurricane development, which is something this time of the year we'll take whenever we can get. All right, this heat wave is going to break this weekend. In fact, it breaks on Sunday with a chance for thunderstorms. I'll show you the details so you can plan coming up in a couple of minutes.
See you soon, Dave. Stealing packages from porches now has more serious consequences in Texas.
Thanks to new rules just signed into law. That story kicking off your 90-second nightcap.
Take a look. This is pretty easy pickings for a so-called porch pirate, but those accused of the far too common crime could now spend more time in prison.
Serial package thieves will soon face up to 10 years in prison for swiping other people's stuff. Governor Abbott just signed into law a bill that makes it a felony, punishable up to 10 years in prison. Currently, it's prosecuted similar to shoplifting.
The future of transportation has arrived in Houston. The first stop, Texas Southern University. This autonomous driverless van is carrying passengers on the Tiger Walk on campus. The autonomous shuttle will run its route during the week for the next 6 months. But Metro officials say, big picture, This technology could be used in office parks, neighborhoods, and the medical center.
Authorities in the Dominican Republic are calling the shooting of former Red Sox slugger David Ortiz a case of mistaken identity. The lead prosecutor saying Ortiz's friend, who was wearing similar clothes and was seated with Ortiz, was the intended target.
Today's City Hall meeting in Phoenix erupted into a heated exchange after several complaints against the city and the police department.
Not everybody in the city believes this crap, because that's what this is. It is all wrong. No, you're all wrong.
Please be respectful.
We can disagree, so this is what happens.
You want us to be respectful. You be respectful.
Community members packed the chambers expressing their views on recent alleged police misconduct after an incident involving a young African-American family accused of shoplifting.